While a California high school teacher reportedly placed on administrative leave after going on an anti-military rant in the classroom, and an outraged student heard the rant, then turned on the phone and recorded the whole thing. Listen.
Think about the people who you know over there. Your freaking stupid Uncle Louie or whatever. They're dumb. They're not like high-level thinkers. They're not academic people. They're not intellectual people. They're the freaking lowest of our low, not morally. You know, I'm not saying they make bad moral decisions, just they're not talented people.
Joining us now for an exclusive interview, the high school senior who recorded that rant. His name is Victor Quinonez, and he, along with his attorney, Trevor McCardell, they join us now. Thank you both for being with us. Victor, I'll start with you. Tell us what happened. Recount what happened that day when you recorded.
Well, pretty much that day was another student wearing a Marine Corps shirt, and I was wearing my Marine Corps sweater. The teacher just happened to notice that he was wearing a shirt, and I looked down and I remembered I had my Marine sweater on. And I tried my best to hide it while he was telling the other kid why he shouldn't go and why he shouldn't wear it. But as I went up to turn in my assignment, pretty much he looked at my sweater and was like, "Really? Not you too?" And he made me explain myself in front of the whole entire class. And why did I want to join the military? You know, I went to tell him that it's a family tradition, it's something I've been wanting to do as a kid. And he told me, so if it was a family tradition to beat women, would you continue it? So I stood quiet, you know, he's pretty much trying to put words in my mouth. So I sat down, you know, stood quiet, had respect for him, even though when he didn't deserve it. But that's what my family taught me, respect those even though if they don't respect you.
Wow.
And as soon as I heard him start ranting about the military, I ended up taking out my phone because he allowed us to have phones out, and I began to record.
And the rest is history. Let me ask you this, Victor. Mr. Salcido, the teacher, does he, in your history, has he gone on rants like this before about all sorts of things, or was it just a once-in-a-lifetime, suddenly he snapped and he starts talking about badmouthing the military?
No, he's known for ranting about many things like religion, the military, and other things.
How did it make you feel when your teacher is saying this about the military and your family?
You know, I felt really hurt because, you know, they're not all dumb, as he said. You know, my family's really, really smart. They've done many, many wonderful things.
You're getting I can't believe you're getting death threats.
Yeah.
That's appalling to me. How does that make you feel?
You know, it makes me feel unsafe for my family. You know, I'm not so worried about myself.
Right.
You know, just more worried about my siblings, my parents.
Right.
Well, you may have a few that don't support you, Victor, but the majority of our viewers, the majority of this country, does support what you do and what your family's done so that we can have our freedoms, and we want to thank you.
Yeah, Victor, the teacher is on unpaid, or I don't know whether it's unpaid or not.
Administrative leave.
Administrative leave. Do you want him fired?
You know, from the stories that I hear now, you know, ever since I stood up and, you know, went against him, now there's other students coming up, you know, telling their stories of what Mr. Salcido has done to them, what they have said to them. So do I believe that he should be fired? Yes.
Yeah, and by the way, your dad served in the Marine